by the standards
I am
of,
no
say,
golden god.
solitary.
I am simply a man
We're
who
so
wishes to use his power for
And
good.
so that's built in. It's built in. What's
30
built in is
seconds
we can
before you
find
attack.
that interesting.
Get ready.
That's the archetype. The archetype is whatever it is that makes you find that
Reed's
interesting.
probably got shit
It's beyond your
said about
control.
Doom, right?
Like if you're extrovert and you're
Which
interested in
Doom?
people, you
Yeah,
can decide
both.
that.
Can we just
It
focus
decided
on what we're
for
doing?
you. The question is, what is it? Well,
Wonder how long
your
it's gonna
brain,
be till I get here.
your brain, your limbic system, what the hell that means. Like, we don't know what that
The
means.
battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Some assistance, please.
So I'm free to hunt as I please.
Looks like we've got us.
Quantum magic. We are in this together. Cosmic might returns.
Well, Mayday! You're in the space.
The cosmos heals you.
A little help, please. Feeling fantastic.
You are safe now, my friend.
Those have to be Namor's weird friends. Should have stayed underwater, fellas.
Better watch your back.
Healing power. This time I need healing. Cosmic might returns.
Thanks for the love.
Quantum magic.
Ooh, that felt nice.
I'm hit. Cover me. I bested Namor's beasties.
Healing power.
Back in the hunt.
I am at your service.
Those have to be Namor's weird friends.
Feeling fantastic.
The cosmos heals you.
I'm saving your friend.
Healing power.
Born again!
Namor's priestess.
I am ready to put on a show.
Dinner time. Be the trouble.
Healing power. Second chance is over. Some assistance, please. Heals you. Healing power.
Feeling fantastic. Help get that vehicle to its destination.
This thing before it starts whispering again.
Quantum magic.
Monsters of the day in the hunt. This should be fun. Injured. Mayday.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Johnny, no. Shields up.
Guess who just showed their stupid faces?
Little help, please.
Hurting me will not be easy.
Namor's octopus is here.
Poor creatures. Namor should be ashamed. You're halfway there. Keep going. Show them that shit on. No. I'll make them pay for this.
I require some aid. Quantum magic. Healing power.
I'm usually a surface level kind of guy.
It's spider time!
The cosmos heals you.
Us against the world!
Thanks for the love.
We're together.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
There's still
Get
so
that
much
vehicle
to do.
moving again! Hey, it's me, Squirrel Girl. What is it? Giant squirrel-like features.
Null's followers are the embodiment of evil. But we shall restore the light to this forsaken world,
No, it's
no matter the cost.
Like Spider-Man, but slightly more than.
Too easy, Namor. What else have you got?
Topic at its own
Shields up!
Quantum magic. We are
I am ready to put on a show!
You think you can call me?
An easy target.
Thanks for the love, love.
Healing power. Unite.
Hope I make the cut!
I require some aid. I am at your service.
Now I got you.
Almost there! Don't turn back now!
Pure cosmic energy.
Spiders!
The cosmos heals you. I am at your service.
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum. Hey, check out this baby.
Quantum magic.
Ooh, a touch of blue.
Like Spider-Man, but slightly more than.
My father here!
Healing power.
Born again!
A little help, please.
This time I need healing. Cosmic, my second chance is over. Quantum magic.
Don't let anything stand in your way.
You are safe now, my friend.
Watch your step.
So close. This is your big chance. Us against the world. Ooh, a touch of healing.
Might.
Time for a tactical retreat.
Got you good.
People are always afraid
Get
of
that
time.
vehicle moving
They
again.
just don't know him.
Love that kick.
Null could return at any moment. We need to move. Feeling fantastic.
It's spider time!
Everybody needs a hand sometimes.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Look at Hot Topic, get it? Oh, yeah.
Here comes the... Thanks for the love, love.
Nobody can hurt us now. I am ready to put on a show.
Spider-Bot.
Pulse charge! Fire!
360 seconds left.
Feeling fantastic.
You deserve that.
Lights out. Suffering darkness.
Another epic victory. Big win.
consciousness. Like, I'm dead serious. We haven't got a clue. And what that indicates to me, is hacking away at it for, say, 400 years, is that the way we think about consciousness is wrong. Because we're not getting anywhere. Like, we've got a long way with lots of things. We're not getting anywhere with consciousness. Okay, so back to the archetype. So, because I can tell you how these things arise to some degree. So, you're interested in other people, say. And so, you're interested in them because they're unbelievably useful resources, right? Because they know things, they have resources.
You'll need a
that you
top-notch
want.
team to win
Plus,
this
you
one.
want even subtle things from them. You want their attention, you want to play with them, you know. There's all sorts of things that you need and want from other people. So these social interactions are incredibly valuable and informative. But the information is interesting because part of what every single person is constantly broadcasting to every other person is how to behave. So now, if you meet someone and let's say you find them interesting, well, I can tell you that the more ideal they are,
Without
assuming you're not
time,
the war,
I wouldn't know the
the more
real
ideal
power
they
of the
are,
light force.
the more you're going to be interested in them. That actually is what defines ideal. As you become ideal, you say that
30 seconds before you attack. Get
As
ready.
you become ideal, then you're interesting to people.
You're holding back, Remy.
So that's what that means is that
Gambit
you
used to
read
be free
off
as to
people's
win,
interests
Scotty.
to find out when you're deviating from the ideal. They don't know what the ideal is. The ideal is that to which their attention is inexorably drawn.
Fight harder.
She don't need
And they're
me.
always telling you
The
when
battle
you're
starts in
short of the
5,
ideal.
4,
They
3,
broadcast at you
2,
all the time.
1.
And then your imagination,
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
you know, because your imagination is
You keep
watching
your eyes on the road.
noticing what you do, and then trying to figure out what that is.
Embrace the light. My time to shine.
The woman will project an animal on the man. The animal is the conceptualization of what the idea is. It's unconscious. We expect. And the man will be like
My time to shine.
that's one journey of life. And the discord is another area. And that's where is when she constantly gives different answers as the relationship
Still, I'm
develops.
trying to help.
So the restriction is very part that helps the person understand who it is that you're dealing with. When you meet someone, you have to assume something. Oh, wait! The same is, yeah. You have to assume something about them. And if you find them fascinating, you immediately
Against the world.
assume that this is real firepower. But it comes from behind. And basically, if it's interesting to me, it must be close to the
My
idea.
time to shine.
Well, yeah, work this band squad twisted 300 ways. You'll find out very much about you. Whoever said she was who she thought she was? Like, where did you get this What do you know?
My time to
You're
shine.
led around by your sense of smell and your ability to yeah, that's not very
All right, Ty. Now we really
So
have
those
to
are
attack.
so
We'll take the lead when you get there.
and they're very complex, but that's on the surface. The ideal. So people are broadcasting information. Be ideal. It's like be my ideal. But let's say if I took 1,000 seconds and then average extract it out.
The moon!
And then now and then someone comes along who acts quite a bit like that. Who? You got yourself a religion. So you don't be thinking that these images that people throw around, like Bloodhound on the trail, do not be thinking that those things are like conscious cognitive constructs.
My time to shine.
Conscious cognitive constructs, like Marxism. They last 50 years until 100 million people, and then that's the end of that. Good riddance.
Glad to help.
3,000 3,000 years, meaning at the end of it, it doesn't disappear. We don't or the series, for example, grow like the college grow good. For like 3,000 years, that's a long time. And then it turned into Christianity. It's not like it disappeared.
This is real fire power!
What could you do to improve yourself? Well, let's step one step backwards.
Still
The first
here.
question might be, why should you
put
even
me
bother improving yourself? And I think the answer to that is something like, so you don't suffer any more stupidly than you have to. And maybe so others don't have to either. It's something like that. You know, like there's a real injunction at the bottom of it. It's not some casual self-help doctrine.
Only 60
That if you
seconds
don't organize yourself properly, you'll pay for it and in a big way, and so will the people around you. And you can say, well, I don't care about that, but that's actually not true. You actually do care about that. Because if you're in pain, you will care about it. So you do care about it, even if it's just that negative way, you know. It's very rare that you can find someone who's in excruciating pain who would ever say, well, it would be no better if I was out of it. Sort of pain is one of those things that brings the idea that it would be better if it didn't exist along with it. It's incontrovertible. So you get your act together so there isn't any more stupid pain around you than necessary. Well, so then the question might be, well, how would you go about getting your act together? And the answer to that, and this is a phenomenological idea too, it's something like, look around for something that bothers you and see if you can fix it. So now you think, well, let's say you go into you can do this in a room. It's quite
Well,
fun.
you can't expect to
Sit
do
in
them
your
all.
room, like a room, maybe your bedroom. You can sit there and just sort of meditate on it and think, okay, if I wanted to spend 10 minutes making this room better, what would I have to do? And you have to ask yourself that, right? It's not a command, it's like a genuine question. And things will pop out in the room that you know, you like, there's a stack of papers up. This way I can get the information to you better. Disgust is considered to be one of the basic human emotions, defined by a strong revulsion and desire to withdraw from an eliciting stimulus or event. Darwin noted
Pick
this
your
back
hero.
in 1872.
Or
He was
villain.
the
I'm
first
not
person to
judging.
note that disgust was a basic emotion. Physically, disgust is accompanied by a distinct facial expression involving constriction of the oral and nasal cavities. You know, and that's a really good way to insult someone, you know. All you have to do to really insult someone is make a disgust face at them, or it's something they said. They really
I will
do
bring
not like that.
peace to this
because
universe,
basically what you're
no
saying
matter
is
the cost.
you're kind of like a parasite or an infectious disease. Evolutionary models of disgust propose that this emotion evolved to help us avoid contaminated with harmful foods or other potential sources of disease such as sexual contact. In addition to its role in
I
directly
will
helping to
leave this
expel
universe
harmful
a better
foods
place
from
than
the
it
body,
was before
disgust
I
also
was
forms an
created.
important component of the behavioral immune system. The suite of
30
psychological
seconds before you
mechanisms that
attack.
aid in the
Get
detection
ready.
and avoidance of potential contaminants before they can make contact
What a
with the body.
strange
In
alliance.
obsessive
We should
compulsive
be at
disorder,
odds, you and I.
people will touch something that they regard as contaminated and rush off to wash their hands and
I
wash
seek to
and wash
save
and wash.
souls.
Some of them
You
will wash
seek
till
to
the
collect them.
soap's gone. They'll have showers till they run out of hot water. Like they just can't stop. That's part of obsessive compulsive disorder. It
battle
looks
starts
like it's
in
a disorder of disgust,
4,
even though it's classified as
3,
the anxiety
2,
disorder.
1.
Harsh, inducing
All you need to
disgust
do is capture the
responses,
mission
whether
area.
via a
Got
foul
it?
order, a disgusting work environment, or recalling a disgusting experience, leads individuals to assign harsher punishments to others who have committed moral transgressions. Ha! Here's something else. So if your judge is easily disgusted and you've done something relatively disgusting, or maybe if the courtroom doesn't smell so good that day, then you're going to end up in jail longer. And also, here's the worst situation. Go into court and you're applying for parole. Okay? And it's just before lunch and the courtroom doesn't smell good. It's like you're not getting parole. Because hungry judges are much more likely to deny you parole. And then, of course, judges who are sensitive to disgust are going to regard your moral transgression as harsher and you will try to. And so, data shows that judges after lunch get 70% more likely to grant parole. It's like whether or not the judge is hungry or whether or not you get parole or what you've done. It's really quite harsher moral judgments can easily induce following the consumption of a bitter drink.
Capture the mission area.
Disgusted by bitterness. In addition, the same disgusting regulations are observed in response to unpleasant taste, disgusting photographs, and we see the cosmos
Show their stupid faces.
So our sense of justice, that's a weird thing. Our sense of justice seems to be, who would guess that? It's centered in our, from a biological perspective, in the sense that we discuss. So I've seen this, received it as justice. So something's been done.
I am ready to put on a
They're
show.
often unable to let it go, partly because they're disgusted with themselves for not responding to it properly. It's like, someone throws a dart at you, and then it's like you have a moral obligation to respond to it. And you can think about it as anger or something like that, but part of it also seems to be that you're ashamed if you don't respond. You can see that sort of thing happening on security is violent. In these situations where, a father wants his daughter, which happens reasonably often, part of the idea is that, if you don't respond harshly to something that's associated with disgust, then you bring dishonor on your entire family and maybe on your entire community. And, we don't like that sort of thinking in the West, but the reasons that we don't want that sort of thinking, we think it's because we're liberal, but I think the evidence suggests that the reason that we don't approve of those sorts of behaviors is because we live in a very clean environment. We have plumbing, and so there's all sorts of things that we do that reduce the probability that we're going to be contaminated by parasites or infectious diseases. And so that means that we don't feel that it's necessary to respond as harshly to all transgressions. You might think, well, I doubt it, but let me show you. Born again! Concerns about friendship. Situational environments, the importance of physical
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
increased self-reported political conservatism.
Quantum magic.
Such a finding is consistent with the notion that purity tends to be valued more by conservatives than by
Better guns now.
individuals who report being disgusted more easily also tend to hold more conservative political views on topics such as abortion, gay marriage, tax cuts, and affirmative action. In addition to the effects that occur in self-reported disgust and the cosmos, more conservative political views stronger psychological reaction to disgusting images. We found that conservatives are not only more aroused by disgusting stimuli, they're more aroused by any stimuli. Happiness, hunger, fear, you name it. It affects the conservative more than the liberal. And then we've also found that it's important. You take undergraduates and you expose them to various physiological states. Happiness, sadness, fear, disgust. And then we also ask people how long it was since they were 8. Well, if you put people in one of those emotional states and then you show them political speeches, the more emotional they are, the more they like to say the speeches. That was that. A large literature has converged on the core dimensions of conservative political ideology: resistance to change and tolerance of inequality. Okay? Resistance to change reflects the extent to which people wish to maintain the status quo, while tolerance of inequality reflects the acceptance of an unequal distribution of resources and opportunities within society. And so there's the idea that the best rise to the top, and the best is a moral judgment, and the top is the right place for the best people to be. And then you might ask, well, why is the top the best? I mean, why do we assume that the top of the dominant majority is the right place to be? Part of it is because the closer you are to the top of the dominant majority, this is real firepower! Then this other thing seems to be, well, it's actually, it is a
I
better
am
place
ready
to be.
to put on a show.
It's cleaner and safer, and there are more resources there. So that accounts at least in part for the judgment that people born again. These two dimensions appear roughly aligned with social and economic concerns, as expressed in the great These core facets of crises I quietly put out to two higher order value dimensions described in moral foundations theory, which reflect preferences for order and tradition on the one hand and preferences for egalitarianism on the other. Okay, so we'll leave that part. Political conservatism can thus be thought of as a social immune system,
Magic,
reflecting
open your
the
eyes.
extension of
Reality
pathogen
is
avoidance
but an
mechanisms to the
Before we
integrity
had
of the solar
powers,
system.
we had each other.
Just as the behavioral immune
That
system
bond
has
is
been
unbreakable.
conceptualized as helping to maintain the purity and integrity of the individual body, so too may the same
30
pathogen avoidance
seconds
system
before you
help to
attack.
maintain the
Get ready.
abstract integrity of the social order. In particular, the social immune system would help to maintain order by suppressing any actions of individuals that deviate from a group's accepted social traditions. So, it has been reported, for instance, that regions with higher levels of disease prevalence tend to be associated with higher levels of social
battle starts
conformity
in
and autocratic rule.
4,
Individuals who
3,
feel more vulnerable
2,
to disease
1.
likewise report higher levels of
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Such basic concerns about
My
pathogens
parents.
desire for order and tradition among conservatives, along with the harsh moral judgments associated with violations of social order.
We better test this out.
We know that actually increases the probability that the relationship will fail. And the reason for that is very straightforward.
I think you think that risk in relationships.
Oh yeah, and that's a huge reason sex is disappearing. People need to stop doing this.
Jordan Peterson, the psychology professor people love or love to hate.
He's undeniably one of the greatest intellectual phenomenons on the planet.
Many view him as the ultimate fantasy.
Welcome back, Mr. Peterson. We're built for maximal challenge, and that isn't the way we view ourselves in the modern world. We view ourselves as built for consumption and pleasure. For example, watching pornography.
But what are the downstream consequences of that?
Well, first of all, it's easy.
To get what?
Sexual gratification.
But does it matter?
Oh, it's a catastrophe. You're not desperate anymore. And if you're going to have the true adventure of your life, you're going to need love, shame, guilt, desperation, and pain. Like, it's hard. But now, people take the easy road, like avoiding conflict. I spent a lot of time studying reading the rises when the good men. Now, you may suffer some consequences to speak, but retreating one step at a time defensively makes you sick of yourself. There's nothing worse than that. You want your life to be unbearably entertaining, and maybe all the sorrow and catastrophe has to be, because otherwise there's nothing about it that's glorious.
This has always blown my mind a little bit. 53% of you that listen to this show regularly haven't yet subscribed to the show. So could I ask you for a favour before we start? If you like the show and like what we do here, you want to support us, the free simple way you can do just that is by hitting the subscribe button. And my commitment to you is if you do that, then I'll do everything in my power, me and my team, to make sure this show is better for you every single week. You'll listen to your feedback, you'll find the guests that you want me to speak to, and you'll continue to do what we do. Thank you so much. Your book comes at a really interesting time in my life personally. Your book is called Read the Wrestle with God. And it's my belief and suspicion that there's a lot of people wrestling with God at the moment. And when I say the word God, I don't necessarily mean some man in the sky with a beard. What I really mean is a greater meaning, a greater sense of meaning. The world feels like, and you speak to this in the book, that it's gotten more and more individualistic, and there's consequence to that.
Fractionated. Because you can think about it as individualistic, and that's a positive spin, so to speak, but alienated, isolated, and fractionated, you speak. What would you say is the accompaniment to that? See, I think the case is that the liberal experiment in individualism only works when the conservative foundation is in place. If you aggregate people together and they share enough fundamental values, especially of a particular sort, then you can concentrate on the individual and individual freedom. But there's a lot of preconditions for that. You know, the Scottish liberals, so the ones who really established Western liberalism as a philosophical and political movement, they knew that. You know, it was individual liberty, Judeo-Christian substructure, and that was an assumption. Now, the problem with modern liberalism is that that
There's
underlying
always a spark
foundation
of
has
light
become
in darkness.
extremely shaky, and Everyone feels it. That's what the culture war is about, fundamentally. And that fact is invalidating the
30 seconds before you attack.
fractionated liberal
Get ready.
experiment. Partly, see, it's partly because we have the wrong conception of identity, fundamentally. Identity is a hierarchical structure. So
Is that supposed
we
to
kind of
scare
think that
you something?
you end at your boundaries as an individual, but you don't, because, well,
Please.
you're probably not going to want to be alone.
Battle starts in 5.
So then let's say
4,
you're married.
3,
Okay, so now
2, 1.
your
All
identity
you
as a
need to do is
husband,
capture the mission area.
that's a social
Got
identity.
it?
And then you have an
It
identity
took us
as
a
a
long
father.
time to learn that
That's a
our powers
social
are
identity.
related.
Then you have an identity as a member of your community, and a member of your city, and a member of your state, and a member of your nation. And then you're involved in a metaphysical endeavor that constitutes the foundation for the nation. That's one nation under God. That's what the self-evident truths that underlie the state. Your identity exists at all those levels. And then your mental health isn't something you carry around in your head. It's the harmony that exists at all those levels. And that isn't how liberal individuals think about identity at all. And that's because they were, for a long time, fortunate enough so all those other strata were in place.
Where do we find ourselves now if we don't have that hierarchy and we are held in place by all those layers and sort of social and, I guess, family identities?
Adrift in a storm alone. So, look, here's an interesting fact. So, psychologists who are statistically minded are called psychometricians. They're psychologists who are obsessed, research psychologists who are obsessed with measurement and concept definition. Spent a lot of time aggregating concepts. These were, in some ways, what they were doing was equivalent to the development of early large language models. So psychologists were at the forefront of that on the statistics side. Words that we use to describe people clump together.
Keep going.
So, for example, if you're extroverted, you're social, and you're happy, you're enthusiastic. Okay, so those clump together. If you're anxious, you also tend to be frustrated, disappointed, grief-stricken, and in pain. All the negative emotions apply.
I feel like myself.
Words associated with your empathy aggregate. Words associated with truthfulness aggregate. So do words associated with creativity. Those are the 5 fundamental dimensions of temperament. One of the words that clumps with negative emotion is self-consciousness, which means that self-consciousness is so tightly associated with suffering that they're not conceptually distinguishable. Which means, literally, the more you think about yourself, the more you with the it makes sense when you understand how social we are. We're so social that you can take the most antisocial human beings imaginable, so psychopathic human, and you can punish them by putting them in solitary confinement. That's how social human beings are. And so, your mental health is way more dependent on your nesting within a social structure than on your, say, the internal coherence of your belief systems. In fact, I think it's hardly at all dependent on the consistency of your coherence of your belief systems. It's more like, does anyone like you? Do you have any friends? Do you have anyone that loves you? Or more, or maybe even more profoundly, are there people for whom you make sacrifices? Right? That's it's relevant to the topic of this book, obviously, because the relationship with the divine in the stories that I'm detailing in this book, most of them are Old Testament stories. The relationship with the divine is a sacrificial relationship. The divine is that to which sacrifice is directed. If you get married, it's a sacrificial. Often, you sacrifice your potential relationship with all other women
I am ready to put on a show!
What does one do on an individual level if they find themselves in such a society where individualism has taken hold, and they can't necessarily easily change the society? Are there day-to-day, week-to-week choices that I'm making that are pushing me away from that meaning and purpose and sort of collective, I guess, sense of responsibility? Like the individual listening to this now that completely agrees with you finds himself as being a lonely person and goes, what do I do about this?
Well, one of the things you do with disagreeable people who are more inclined by temperament to be competitive and attain victory for themselves, one of the exercises is to be disagreeable. If you're a disagreeable extrovert, you tend to be narcissistic. And the problem with that, technically, is the alienating. The problem with that is, well, you're hypersocial, so if you alienate people, well, then you don't have anyone. And not only is that lonesome, but it's also extremely impractical. I mean, you know, you certainly, and no doubt, learned this more as you become successful. It's like you need a team, and the more tightly knit it is, the more you're all working in the same direction, the better everything works. It's not useful to be a narcissist because maybe you get what you want right now, this time. But as a propagating strategy across time, it's a degenerating game. Okay, so what do? Well, instead of thinking about what you want, or even thinking about how to strategize in relationship to your goals, you might think about what you could do that for other people. Or you could think about what you would do if you only did what was true and right. Those are very different orientations.
The right here
Right,
is
and the
gonna make
religious
all the
orientation
difference.
fundamentally is the orientation towards what is true and right. And you might say, well, I don't know what's true and right. It's like, yeah, kind of.
I will bring
because
peace to this
our
universe,
knowledge is
no matter the
bounded and we're
cost.
ignorant. So do we understand?
Three-step shaving kit. Just head over to hensonshaving.com.
Trying to make me gay? You think so? Like, I've never had any stuff on my face. Like, I've cleaned my face off with Windex, shit like that. Like, I cleaned my face with a knife, really.
There's always a spark of
And
light
I
in
have different
darkness.
knives for different parts of my body. I'm not kidding. And so, yeah.
This
is all very
June
new to
and
me.
use code June at checkout after adding your kit to the cart
Why
to get
knife?
free shipping on your
Get it
order.
off.
I know a lot of men
Three,
just
two,
ignore
one.
skincare, and trust me, as someone
Yeah.
who is going to be a
Stop them from
dermatologist,
securing the
men
mission
think they're not aging until one day they wake up and they're their dad. Take care of your skin. This is a great start, and your skin will thank you for it. Big thanks to Henson for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad.
Wow. You're welcome.
Right? Now let's get back to the video. So let's not waste any more time and get straight into
Everybody
this, shall we?
needs a plan sometimes.
They found him guilty so fast right before Juneteenth. These folks playing in our faces. Carmelo's
They wanted to put Carmelo Anthony in jail because of Juneteenth. They wanted so bad. They were like, we have to. How can we do something to suppress black people? What can we do to make black people sad? Let's put somebody in jail that's black before a black people holiday. Like, really? It's so retarded. Like, it was planned out this way, exactly.
His only crime was not allowing himself to get beat down by a white man. Carmelo
down.
will get out of prison. That boy ain't getting out of the grave. If he kept his hands to himself, he'd still be enjoying his white privilege today. White people are not victims of racism. You can't be a victim of a system you created. Hey, 23-year-old white guy who can't find a job and still lives with your parents. Did you know you created
Well, all of those people, they're just black people that hate white people. It's really just that simple. And once you understand that it's actually that simple, it's a lot easier to understand why this is happening. They're defending him because he's black. It's okay that he killed somebody because that person's white. It's that simple. As I've always said, don't look at Occam's razor, look at retard's razor. Think about the stupidest, most short-sighted, self-serving, brain-dead, thoughtless reason that you can imagine. And whenever you see a lot of people saying something, whatever the answer to that is the reason why they're doing it.
Entire system win right now, and therefore it's totally acceptable to hate you and be racist towards you. This is the same stupid shit they say to men, like, oh, you created this hate. Like, what are you talking about? Joe Schmo working at Chipotle didn't create shit. The system isn't benefiting white people at all. It's not benefiting anyone except being rich and powerful. The racism equals prejudice plus power bullshit really one-shotted these people, huh? Only if
They didn't one-shot them. Like, the thing is, and this is, these people are not, they're not captured by, like, leftist ideology. They're captured by racism, and they use leftist ideology to mask racism. The prime fulcrum of their ideology is not about, like, leftism or, you know, like, workers' rights or liberalism or anything else. All they care about is they hate white people. That's it. They just hate white people. It's that simple. So whatever is going to serve that purpose will be something that they agree with categorically. It's not something that's unique to why the viewpoint exists. It's just the fact that the viewpoint serves that interest.
a child can be minding their business, get ambushed, bullied, and pushed around and become the aggressor.
Yeah.
But he was quite literally not minding his own business. He was at a rival's team 10. I was asked to leave like a dozen times. Witnesses saying he started escalating it into a fight. And then hit someone in the fucking heart. That's not minding your business. Why did they hire that horrible lawyer? Had to be the worst defense in history. Absolutely no reason Carmelo shouldn't have testified. We gotta do better with who we hire to represent us. Plenty of black lawyers in Texas. His family.
It's crazy how these people give away the game, that they view this entire thing as like a racial war. It's like, bro, Carmelo would have stabbed your kid too. Like, this is what I find is so stupid about this, is that, you know who the biggest victims of black murder are? Black people. So this entire idea that putting Carmelo Anthony in jail isn't a net positive. Like, the guy's a psycho. He's crazy. He didn't stab Austin because he was white. He stabbed Austin because he's a crazy psycho asshole. That's the reason why. And if it was your kid there, he probably would have stabbed him too. So it's just, the reasoning here is just so, it's so destructive.
He raised like $1 million on GoFundMe and then blew it all on a new house and a fucking Cadillac. So then they had to get a public defender. That baby was sentenced to 35 years?
Not a baby anymore.
Love the community note. That murderer was sentenced to 35 years. Black people, please carry more than a pocket knife. Get their asses before they can get you. What the hell?
Then you're gonna go to jail again. Like, I don't even, what do you think this escalation is? Like, do you think that white people are just gonna be like, oh, I guess we can't do this. I guess we have to just let them do whatever they want now. It's just
what do you
so
mean, get their asses before they can get you? That's literally what Carmelo did.
Yeah.
He got Austin's ass. Why the fuck are they acting like Carmelo was the one who died? 35 years on your first offense is over.
He should be, by the way.
That's insane. Yeah, there has to be a retrial.
35 years. Listen, he's only killed one person so far. He's only killed one guy.
Against the world! This is blatant injustice. First defense. And the offense in question is murder. Your Honor, it was only his first.
Yeah.
35 years ago, killing a
Some
Nazi.
Saul Goodman defense.
He got you a Purple Heart. But now that a German American...
35 years ago, killing a Nazi got you a purple.
That's what it is. That should make a difference.
How stupid can you be? Oh my god. Look at his gray beard. You were alive then. Do you remember them killing Nazis when you were a kid? No. Like, what do you mean?
Him as president, it gets you a life sentence. All white people deserve no mercy. Now,
A
all
German American.
a 17-year-old is a Nazi because he was white. Also,
Yeah.
35 years. Does this dude think World War II was in 1991? Black
Yeah, that's exactly what he thinks. He's a retard. Yeah, he's stupid. I think it's like, maybe she doesn't understand. She has to understand how stupid people really are. The fact that anybody can vote without a test and restrictions is like a travesty. It is a travesty. And if you don't believe me, talk to one of these people. Go to Walmart, strike a conversation up. Ask them where Brazil is.
Americans, arm yourselves. This country is officially a terrorist state of white supremacists. You have no reason to abide by or follow any more laws in this country. Law enforcement and these politicians are all terrorists. Let it all fall. Times of judgment.
You know what's really funny about that is the fact that this dude, the next time he gets pulled over by the police, he's probably gonna be like, "Oh, what seems to be the problem, officer? You mind if I reach in my pocket and grab you my license? I'll go ahead and go with you." Like, they're never actually going to do this themselves, right? They want to have somebody else go out there and die for them.
Just as I suspected, schizophrenia. I recommend logging the fall. Do these people just live in a completely different reality? A guy gets put in prison for murder, and they're like, wow, what's the point of even following the law anymore? Having a black sun gotta be the tops of fears.
This is like that crazy thing where, like, a Nazi would say the same thing.
It was the white sun that was murdered. Why are they acting like the black sun was murdered? Why are you scared of having a black sun in this context? Oh, I'm so scared my son will stab someone and go to jail. When,
Yeah.
Like, what? What? It's only self-defense when a black kid dies.
Oh.
Clearly, multiple witnesses, including black witnesses,
like 18
including Carmelo's own friend, said that Carmelo was the aggressor in the situation. Also, just in general, murder is not the acceptable punishment for a shove, for a push. That's not how that works. 50,000 likes on that bullshit, by the way. 50.
Oh, the thing is that there's a lot. This is the reason why I think we should publicly execute Carmelo Anthony. I do, because so many people think this. And I think that it's extremely important culturally to kill it in front of everybody. This entire ideology, this entire viewpoint and everything, kill it. That's a terrible idea. I don't. I think the only way that these people will ever listen to don't go out and stab people is if they see right in front of them, you will die. That's it.
I will bring peace to this universe, no matter the cost.
50,000 people saw that.
Great
like,
idea, yeah.
Black kids are the only kids who can't afford to make mistakes without dire consequences. Your Honor, it was a mistake. My client did a little oopsie poopsie.
Yeah.
A little fucky wucky ooh woo, if you will. Black people are held to a higher standard than every other race. We are expected to be perfect, while others are given grace, excuses, and... Hey, stop. Just a reminder that this is all in context
I am no
of the Carmelo
golden
Anthony
god.
situation.
I am
So
simply
the...
a
You
man
have
who
to be,
wishes
listen,
use his
nobody's perfect. Oh, what did they do? Killed somebody? Well, nobody's perfect.
That's some serious
held to a
armor you
higher
got
standard.
there, Stark.
In this case, the higher standard of do not stab people. I'm sorry, okay, go on. One mistake by a black person gets used to judge an entire community. Oops, I fell and my knife accidentally stabbed your heart.
That's right.
Austin fell onto Carmelo's knife,
The battle
trying
starts
to
in 5,
attack
4,
him.
3, 2, 1. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
fucking Umar. I don't know, I didn't hear his take on this. Okay, I get it. Right. Of course.
Because the knife is 3.5 inches. The cut was only 2.
I'm crashing out. I'm crashing
The
out.
knife didn't go all the way in. So wouldn't that mean that he didn't fall on it? Because if he did fall on it, wouldn't the force of the body... Well, okay. Why am I even trying to reason this out?
God, please let the next one be somewhat rational. Y'all gentlemen are so fucking dumb. Y'all really thought that he was gonna get away with stabbing that kid to death. I can tell a lot of you were raised by hoes. Finally, a normal, sane person.
Yeah.
A strong black father tells you early that you can't get away with the same shit whites do. Oh God.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I guess not.
Had me in the first half. When do white people get away with stabbing?
Well, they probably think somebody like Kyle Rittenhouse is the equivalent. And the reason why people think that that's an equivalent is because they're stupid. The thing is that we have a large tolerance for people's ignorance. And I think that that level of tolerance that we have is extremely toxic. I think that when somebody acts like a retard, we should just be able to just openly say, you're just a fucking retard, nobody should take you seriously, let's not even listen to you. Because the media, they think so, yeah. But for some reason, we have this tolerance of, like, things, like all kinds of stupid opinions. We do. Didn't OJ get away? He did.
What is this? Where do these people live? Hunt 2! Culture. When you get called for jury duty, do that Make sure you do your part in serving justice. Every black defendant in every court everywhere is Carmelo Anthony.
Wow, so every black person is a murderer? I mean, like, god damn, like, I don't even hear any racists saying that. Even there's racists that admit there's some black people that aren't murderers. Jesus Christ, like, what an awful person. Like, I would never say that. That's horrible.
Every black defendant in every court everywhere is Carmelo Anthony. Every black defendant in every court case everywhere is a murderer. Are you?
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like this is some real horseshoe theory.
Sure, that's what you want to go with. I love how he's basically like, go do jury duty so you can go blindly support any black person, regardless.
Well, that's what they do. If you look at jury, like ratios, right? I mean, O.J. Simpson was the tip of the iceberg, but the reality is that racial prejudice and racial bias in being a jury member is extreme. It is extreme to a margin that I think people don't even recognize how bad it is.
Of what they did. What the like? I don't support every white person. Some of you are dumb. What's wild is this wasn't even like a cop kills black guy thing where like there might be some debate about like police brutality and over policing.
We don't have those anymore because we have body cams now. Yeah, I think that's interesting. It's interesting how all these like unarmed, completely innocent, you know, wouldn't hurt a fly people that were just, wow, killed by police, murdered in cold blood. Isn't it crazy how all those kind of went away whenever we had body cams? Wow, what are the odds of that? It's kind of how a god stopped performing miracles when we invented cameras.
You are safe now, my friend.
I mean, like, what a crazy coincidence.
Things like that.
Magic,
No,
right?
he's just straight up a black kid of a white kid, and they're losing their minds because he's going to prison over it.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Carmelo Anthony had been white. Not only would he have not been convicted, there had never been charged. The only reason
that's right, he would have never. If you stab somebody in the chest with a knife and you're white, you just get away with it. They say, hey, brother, what happened? You want to go to Cracker Barrel?
Carmelo Anthony was convicted.
Then they take you to Cracker Barrel and they buy you a steak. The police do.
It was because we are a broken, fucking bigoted country. And Carmelo Anthony was black.
Wow, thanks for the input, gay Colonel Sanders. I fucking hate the Yellowstone hicklib bit. Oh, I'm a big tough country cowboy. Y'all better not see how I'm soiled around here. Yeah! Wow, just
I hate it.
Freaking wow. Disgusting. This is not justice. This is trying to make an example. Dear white people.
Good. I think we should make an example. I agree with that. We should do that more.
Don't let this verdict fool you. You'll still get f***ed up playing the Mauston games. Don't let this
that you're so you still think you're gonna stab somebody? Okay, well then I guess you're gonna go to jail too.
verdict of a guy who stabbed someone fool you. You're still gonna get stabbed.
Yeah.
What? Strong suspicion that a lot of pro-Carmelo stuff I see here is some psyop. Bro, this is what I tried to tell myself for like 6
It's not a psyop. It's these people are genuinely stupid, they're tribally motivated, and they're racist. There doesn't have to be a grand conspiracy to explain why human beings are experiencing and projecting tribalism. There's no grand design here. There's no ideology that's making anybody do this. It's just simply human beings behaving based off of the stimuli that caused them to evolve for thousands of years. This is what we've been doing forever. We've been doing it. We did this 1,000 years ago. We did this 3,000 years ago. We did this 5,000 years ago. And we're probably going to be doing it 5,000 years from now. The same way? Maybe not, but we'll certainly be doing it.
Years about the online left.
It's all a CIA psyop from the billionaires to make leftism look as unappealing as possible to the working class.
Bro, of course an all-white jury found a black boy guilty.
I just made a video about that, actually.
Defending himself. F you racist white pieces of shit. F you racist white pieces of shit. That sounds extremely racist.
Oh, you
Black
can't
people
say that.
can't be racist, stupid hoe. It was not an all-white jury. There were Asian people, there were Hispanic people, and the black people, they did ask to do jury duty in this case. Turned it down because they admitted they would be biased. Like, they literally said they would just vote not guilty because Carmelo is black. On one hand,
We gotta do something about this jury situation. We gotta solve this problem, by the way. This is a huge problem.
You can't expect to win them all.
Like, I don't think people recognize how big of a problem this is. When you have people that are willing to exercise own group basis,
The right heroes could make all the difference.
neck at our subreddit because of that. Okay. That's a short article. I can guess who the attacker might be. And you're right.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
Ma'am. We need to hold our eyes open and stare. This is an evil of our making. Bullshit it is. One person and one person alone is responsible for that act. We're done with this. We're done. Nope. Nope, I'm not hearing it.
In 5, 4,
Nope, they're all responsible.
2, 1.
The rape gangs, the families do it, the people that it happened, the communities protected. No, we're done. Yeah, gun control logic? Yeah, I don't think so. And that poor knife, yeah, why would the knife do this? The people are allowing it, I know. And this kind of violence seems to be happening every day now. Here's what's funny, is that it's been happening every day for probably 10 years. If not longer than that. The reason why you're hearing about it now is because now the controls and this is the reason why they're going after Elon Musk so much. You have to understand that basically, like, this is a pipeline, and Elon Musk opened the pipe. So basically, imagine like there's an entire sewage system, okay? And nobody is letting any of it out because, oh my God, if it gets out, then people will realize how much this whole place smells like shit. But then Elon Musk went and he opened the pipe. He opened it up and he let people on Twitter express what they really think. And that's the reason why Elon is public enemy #1. That's the reason why this dude can make Neuralink so paraplegics can fucking walk. He can make spaceships that can go to the moon. He can do electronic cars that can hopefully reduce our reliance on fossil fuels. He can, you know, do any of these other things, like the Boring Company, make a flamethrower, the Cybertruck, right? All of these things. He can do all of these things, and he is still their mortal enemy because he is doing the one thing that they can't allow. He's allowing people to speak their minds.
And that is the one thing that they cannot allow. You can't allow it. Because if you do, then you're going to have people talking about this stuff. That's the reason why. That's the reason why all of these people are going after Elon. That's the reason why all of them hate Elon, and they want to go after him and try to damage him, you know, like bait assassinations on him and bullshit like this, like hate him for being rich. They're trying to assign an evil in order to hopefully damage his reputation and make people less likely to use his social media network. Here's another great example of this happening. How many times do you remember, like, every single mainstream media publication that's gassing up Threads or even talking positively about Blue Sky? Why would they do that? Why would so many of these other companies that are media companies talk so positively about a private social media company? Why would that happen? It's because they're upset that the media has lost control of the narrative. They have completely lost control of the narrative. This has been going on for a decade, and I've been hearing about it because I used to hear about it from my mom. She would tell me about this, but you know, now I see it myself. And ever since, yeah, controlled speech on those platforms, they have to control speech. Because if they don't control speech, yeah, what is this here? Half of the Facebook comments on political posts are people talking about killing each other or how they deserve to be killed, not speaking about that. Well, exactly, right? They call you many things but never wrong. Another migrant attack in Italy, beheaded a woman. I think that one happened in February, okay? Like, yeah, so that was a while ago. Oh my god. And then there's the guy. Imagine this fucking barbarian is running after you with a knife and you're just some 17-year-old girl and he's stabbing you and trying to cut your throat open. Oh my god. Really?
That should make a difference.
He's Algerian? He's not British. I'll tell you that. The Italy one was yesterday. It got talked. Knives were banned in the UK, by the way. Well, then how did he have a knife if it was banned? Wait, no, that can't be right. Well, how could he have? No, because so how? I thought they banned knives. Well, then how do people have knives? This is outrageous. Aboriginal archer push for drone ownership in the West, guys. It's the same thing with the ninja swords. You don't need to get rid of the ninja swords. You need to get rid of the ninjas. That's the reality. Everybody knows it. It's not the guns. It's not the knives. It's not the ninja swords. It's the people using it. That's the problem. I don't understand how this isn't obvious. Oh my god. 100% correct. Yes, definitely. And this is why they want to ban X, so you can't say these things anymore. This is the reason. Yes, they don't want people to see this. And so where is... I'm going to just be retarded for a minute here. It's in the UK. Okay, it's in the UK. All right, that's good, because I legitimately have no idea. Okay, let me see. Can I pull the other ones up? Armed police called there. Is this the police? No, that's not it either. Holy shit. These travelers are fucks think that disrespecting someone is an excuse for murder. Well, I have no idea why, right? I don't know. But I do know this needs to... And also, by the way, this will continue to happen. It will continue to get worse. And over time, I think that people will finally realize that you can't put up with this. You can't. And... I also think that this problem will be solved. And the people in Europe have the option to solve this problem with somebody moderate like Rupert Lowe, or with somebody else. And I guarantee you that probably, I don't know if it's going to be the next person after him. It might be the next person after that. The next person after that isn't going to be asking for deportations. They're not. I think they would be very wise, very, very wise, to just vote for Restore Britain and allow this to resolve itself without there being any sort of crazy shit happening. Because it's going to get a lot worse. There's no world that we can live in where there are random barbarians, shirtless barbarians with knives running around trying to stab and cut the throats of 17-year-old girls. This is not sustainable. We all know this isn't sustainable. Everybody knows this. But for some reason, people don't want to talk about it. the sympathizers need to go too. Oh, if you get that third or second person, oh, you have no idea. And yeah. And anyway, do you assimilate in the culture they migrate to? I don't know. Smoker retarded totally agree with you. Damn, bro, you got a platform. Want to see you tomorrow? Well, I'm not saying it's a good thing. Like, that's the entire reason why I'm advocating for it. Like, I don't want to have any sort of like crazy, you know, really extreme like violence or like executions and shit, except for these people, right? Like, I mean, obviously I want to see them, but like nobody else. But what I'm saying is that if you push people to a limit, they will resort to that. They will go to that level. And I know that's true because how do I know that? Because that every history event proves that. Like, it's obvious this is what happens. Is that like when things continue getting worse, you will have a tipping point where they get so bad that people will accept a medieval solution. Like, this is something that happened in medieval ages, and it's something that happened, you know, in today's day and age too. It's not like we have this. There's a big fallacy that I think a lot of people in the modern age have, that we have advanced beyond our inclinations. The truth is that the human being has been evolved for, let's say, like 200,000 years, okay? Do you really think that we've made that much progress, like on a biological level, in 500 years? No. So the same barbarians and the same psychos that were going around 1,000 years ago and decapitating entire villages, that's basically what we still are. That's pretty much the same thing. We're the same thing. And that is right underneath the surface. And I think that, by the way, and here's proof. Intrusive thoughts are the proof of that. Think about what those mean. Bullshit like ChatGPT? Yeah, I'm like... I don't like the most is that there isn't a complete and concerted effort in just completely destroying them. It's unfortunate that.
Before you attack, get ready.
Perfection is unattainable, but that should not stop us from trying. I will bring peace to this universe, no matter the cost.
Yikes. I mean, technically I ain't a raccoon, but something tells me I should push more.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Nothing puts things into perspective like getting lost in time and space. Quantum magic. You're welcome.
My cosmic mind returns.
I'm just dying. Quantum magic. This time I need healing. I'll patch you up. Quantum magic. Thanks for the boost. I can heal you. The cosmos heals you. Why are you aiming at? You're about to shoot at us.
We're in this together.
seen sacred tablet on the move. I want one. You're welcome. Someone scratch my back. Born again! The Cosmos This time I need healing. What are you aiming at? I feel better already. Enjoy the amplifier!
Get ready. Here come the bad guys.
Feel my power.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
You are safe now, my friend.
You never stood a chance. Healing power. Don't fight me.
Cosmic light returns.
I require Slade.
Almost there. Still tremendous.
Quantum magic. Show loud.
Here come the bad guys.
I'll set you up.
Armed and disappear.
Healing power.
Again! Again!
My
Get that vehicle moving again.
healing power. Didn't expect Cooper to be this time I need healing. The Cosmos heals you.
You are safe now, my friend. I feel better already.
Quantum magic.
Everybody needs a hand somewhere.
The Cosmos heals you.
The vehicle reached a checkpoint.
This time I need healing. My lights out.
I am born anew.
Quantum magic.
Cosmic might returns.
Show that one healing up out. We'll get it.
You next time. Disappear!
Your souls unite. Quantum
Fear Magneto!
healing power. This time I need healing.
I feel better already.
Was just a scratch.
scratch.
Knew I saw trouble. Don't bite me.
That's it! Don't let anything stand in your way.
Born again. Quantum protection goes a long way. Stand down. Again. Again.
You got them all! Thanks for everything. So close! This is your big chance!
Armed and
Another epic victory! Big win! The right heroes could make all the difference.
I tend to lost souls, like a shepherd tends to his flock.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
Look at you, glimmering like a golden sun. Khonshu wouldn't like you one bit.
Believe it or not, I have a dark side. Or at least I did. Until I expelled it, and it became its own being.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1! You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
healing power.
Ooh, a touch of healing.
I require some aid.
Tibito spotted backside. That definitely helps.
Your Cosmo heals you. Unite!
Greetings. Greetings. Rolo. Unjani.
Quantum magic. The aid I required.
Extermination!
I am born anew.
Leave them to Khonshu!
Oh, no skill shot!
Quantum magic.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
I require some aid. The cosmos heals you.
Ahead, I found them.
Better stop that vehicle!
Tony! Born again!
Let the devil!
Armed and dangerous!
Stop them! I am ready to put on a show!
Pulse charge, fire!
I'm opening a portal. A shortcut through space.
Don't give them another inch! Or else.
Quantum magic.
That's better.
This time I need.
Well, we can expect to win them all. You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Ooh! Pick me! Pick me!
Please!
For so long, I fought for mutant kind's future. Our time has finally arrived.
Seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Eric Lenscher, Max Eisenhardt, Magnus, the master of magnetism. It's really you.
In the flesh. And please, my dear, call me Magneto.
Why did the vision file on you alone is longer than some entire organization?
The battle starts in
Then
5,
you know better than
4,
most why I fight
3,
this battle.
2,
Why it would be
1.
unwise to stand in
All
my
you need to
way.
do is capture the mission area. Got it?
I'm Mark Spector. I'm Stephen Grant. I'm
It seems we have company. I shall not be removed so easily. You are under my protection. Can't use my shield. Ah, much better.
Boom! No skill shot!
You cannot hurt me.
Leave them to consume.
Need assistance.
This is real firepower!
The Space Rodent's amplifier is disabled. Your attacks are still.
Oh, no skill shot!
You cannot help me.
Behold! Dark child!
You need not fear.
You get away with it! You get away with it! You
Be
get away!
more careful next time.
Still got an edge.
The moon has set.
I shall not be removed so easily. I feel like myself again.
The moon has set.
This is Captain America.
Only 60 seconds
No
left.
skill shot! I'll be shifting in the
Watch me go! Better test this out. Everybody needs a hand sometimes. My time to shine.
Rocket enemies are sorted out.
Battlefield ready again.
Down to 30 seconds.
Lights out.
Help get that vehicle to its destination. My time to shine. Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Hard dagger. Step aside. We better test this out.
Damn it! Your weapons are ineffective, but effective.
I'm good to go. Hostiles up front.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Back in the hunt. So close.
to shine. We better test this out. Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger. Back in the hunt.
We need to stop the mayor's plans. And this tablet is the key.
That's it! Don't let anything stand in your way. I'll sketch the world!
Oh, no skill shot!
Your big chance!
Together to
I'll
victory!
sketch the world! My time to shine. Get that vehicle moving again!
Lights out.
My time to shine. Damage sustained. Need to better test this out. Just embrace the light. My time to shine. Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger.
We need to stop the mayor's plans. This tablet is the key.
Lights out.
Another epic victory! Big win! Pick your hero. Or villain. I'm not judging.
China is responsible for a mind-blowing disaster, and somehow the cover-up is even worse. Welcome to China Uncensored. I'm Chris Chappell. Be sure to leave a honeypot emoji in the comments below for the algorithm, and check back every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday for new episodes. Otherwise, you'll never see the show again. Empty Cloud says, it's been months since your videos have been in my list to watch. Crazy YouTube doing this, and there's that honeypot. Says, I'm subbed to your channel, all notifications were on. Where have you been? YouTube's algorithms really suck. So, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Otherwise, you'll miss out on great episodes like this. China's Communist Party would have the world believe that it's committed to saving the planet, just like Lex Luthor. They're not evil, they're just trying to protect us, whether we like it or not. And it's got plenty of voices sounding the trumpets. After all, according to Western media headlines, China's leading the world in green energy. Lex Luthor also uses green energy, by the way. Perfect analogy. See, this is the kind of stuff that keeps people coming back. One Australian professor says China is the birthplace of the global green industrial revolution. This is the birthplace of the Green Revolution, then it looks like it was a stillbirth. The World Economic Forum says from Sichuan province to Zimbabwe, China is creating a roadmap for sustainable development on a global scale. Just an alarm bell for anyone. There's just one problem. China's commitment to green energy is an environmental disaster. In order to get green tech, you need to mine and refine raw materials. That responsibility has largely been relegated to Chinese companies, and this is the result.
Massive illegal mining operations that lasted for mere months left scars deeper than his brief operations in Surigao City, leaving residents and farmers in the dust, or in their case, silt and mud. Illegal operations allegedly by Chinese nationals continue to wreak havoc on the city's environment, with the damage uncertain if still repairable.
The water around his village is now harming marine life. And here's what's driving the pollution: open-pit nickel mines. Local says when it rains, sediment is washed into the sea, burying coral reefs that sustain fish and other marine life.
One country in particular has been especially hit hard by horrendous Chinese mining sites: Zambia. You see, Zambia is Africa's second largest copper. China wants a huge slice of it. In 2023, Chinese state-run company, China Non-Ferrous Metals Industry, announced a $1.3 billion investment in Zambia across diverse sectors, including Zambia's copper sector. Its subsidiary, Sino Metals Leach Zambia, mines it. But in February of last year, a dam holding toxic waste from its copper mine collapsed, and the results are truly awful.
It's February the 18th. An environmental disaster on an historic scale has begun. At a copper mine in Zambia, owned by the Chinese company Sino Metals, a dam holding back a reservoir of toxic waste has collapsed. What some experts claim is one of the worst and least reported mining accidents ever has been unleashed. Matched, they say, by one of the worst government and industry cover-ups. It is spewing lethal chemical poison, arsenic, cyanide, uranium, lead, mercury and more. Soon, slicks of dead fish line the river shore.
Crumbling infrastructure in China, a combo more iconic than peanut butter and jelly. Even suffering. This is bad.
It is an environmental disaster, really of catastrophic consequence.
And he's not kidding. The river's waters became acidic enough to dissolve flesh. And locals have reported illnesses of various kinds, including rashes, blood in urine, chest tightness, nosebleeds, and blurred eyesight after exposure to the waste. Yep, nothing says green industrial revolution like turning a river into a Mortal Kombat stage fatality. Keep in mind that around 60% of Zambia's 20 million people live in and depend on this river basin. 5 million people need it for drinking, and it's poison. Even 6 months after the toxic mine spill, the U.S. Embassy of Zambia ordered all U.S. government personnel out of the area to help. It also called the spill the 6th worst mine-tailing dam accident ever by volume. Which doesn't sound so bad until you remember that we're talking about ranking 6th in the world in a category that only contains devastating toxic spills. Sino Metals apologized and hired the independent South African-based environmental company Drizzt to investigate the accident. And guess what? After 2 months, Drizzt found that the toxic spill was 30 times worse than initially estimated, which moves it up from the 6th worst mine tailings dam accident ever to, I don't know, no one ever revisited that statement. The Zambian government and Sino Metals initially said 50,000 tons of toxic sludge was spilled onto the Kafue River. But according to Drizzt, it could actually be over 1.5 million tons, with approximately 900,000 cubic meters.
Ah, what to wear to the Hellfire Gala? You know?
Ooh, the TVA's gonna have a field day with this reality.
Rated T, huh?
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it? It's my time to shine.
Curse words in
It
the
took us a long
dictionary.
time to learn that our powers are related.
I was worried. Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. Well, that's better. You sure got some strange friends, Namor. My nice deep freeze. Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point. My time to shine.
The beast inside of me hungers.
Standing by.
Thanks so much.
Someone scoot
Lights. My time to shine.
Team effort.
They've almost got it.
Up that healing feeling. To an enemy. More than merry. I found one of our foes.
Maybe Galacta will shut up now.
Glad to help. Enemy tag. Follow them.
Deserve the credit, not me.
A nice deep freeze.
Much better.
Don't blink. Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger. Wow, fancy seeing you here.
Your powers are